Lucky me, I live in Lubbock, and welcome back to this edition of the Heat Sinks Arcade. Told you I was going to play Journey. Here it is. Journey, Bally-Midway came out, I think, 82, 83. Same hardware as Tron was built on. Really cool game for the time period, considering the fact that they used digitized faces. And to the best of my knowledge, that was the first use of something like that. Granted, they're black and white, and they are kind of primitive, but you can definitely see the various members of the band Journey. And, of course, this episode brought to you by Mountain Dew's Baja Blast, now available. Just kidding. Pepsi did not sponsor this, neither did they. I just like the stuff. I guess that explains why I have almost a full pallet of it in my garage right now, because it's only available for a limited time. Okay, so the whole purpose of the song is you're at an intergalactic concert of some sort, and apparently the fans rush the stage and steal your instruments and take them back to their planet, so you have to go get your instruments back. We got 3 credits, and I'm going to tell you right now, I actually really suck at this game, and just to make sure everybody sees it, the cheats should be off. Okay, so cheats are off. No cheats. However, I admit I suck at this game, so we may actually pause it at several points so y'all can see what actually happens at the end. It's really nothing spectacular. Alrighty, here we go with the 5 members of Journey hopping in their intergalactic spacecraft. Graphics for this game were actually really good for the time period, so I really can't complain too much about it. This one's real easy. You've got to bounce on all the drums, turning them blue. If you hit them again after they've turned blue, they disappear. Almost kind of like a Q-Bird, except they stick around. Of course, Steve Smith just hit his ass. I'm sure Steve appreciates that. This was, to my knowledge, the first video game that was actually based on a rock group that I'm aware of. The video game, I'm not talking pinball, I'm not talking games, that were, screw it. Okay, you get the principle behind it, so I'll probably just show you how they're played and then show you what happens at the end, because I absolutely blow at this. This one, you're just basically XY axis controlling and I got hit. Games like this baffle me because, I play such games as, Mortal Kombat, The Last of Us, Grand Theft Auto 5, and to me those games are fairly easy. Games like this just baffle me how flippin' hard they are. Even back then, I think I would have considered them hard, but, now we'll go ahead and try to get our bass guitar back. This is the one I actually hate more than any of them. You're trying to avoid the records that are shooting out at you, and we see that I did absolutely no good on that one. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just do this right and play it until we just can't handle it anymore. I probably will turn on Invincible Lives if I die during this round, so that way y'all can actually see the actual gameplay all the way through. So let's just go ahead and do that now. We'll just go ahead and reset the game here, and we'll kick in Infinite Lives on. I'm not going to kick Invincibility on because that would be just cheating, and I would never cheat in a game ever. And also, for those of y'all who've been asking when I'm going to do the next episode of Heat Sinks Tries, I think we're going to hold off on Heat Sinks Tries until my coworker Stephanie gets back from her maternity leave, or unless I can find either another co-host locally, or somebody that's willing to do it either on like Skype or Google Hangouts or something like that, where we both have the item that we're going to try. And I almost want to say I have like a lost episode of Heat Sinks Tries, because the footage just got ruined. I had tried the ghost pepper chicken sandwich and fries that Wendy's had, and I have no problems telling you that was probably one of the worst things I have ever put in my mouth. There was too much cheese. The sauce was okay. Also had fresh diced jalapenos on it, but the problem with it was, if there was any ghost pepper in that, I'd like to know where, because if there was ghost pepper in that sandwich, I'd like to know where it was. I think it was just called that. It was not hot. I mean, it was spicy, but it wasn't from peppers. I think the jalapenos, the fresh diced jalapenos they had in there were spicier than their supposed ghost pepper sauce. It was just not good. So, yeah. Needless to say, I was pretty pissed off at that one because that sandwich and fries were expensive. Okay, there we go. We went ahead and passed Steve Smith's level. He got his drums back. We're going to go ahead and hit guitar again. Now you can shoot these little bastards. And yes, there are more of them that appear, so... Okay, so we got our guitar back. So far, so good. I'm actually doing better this round than I had in a while. As a kid, I had actually had access to a version of... a full-size version of this. When I got hit by a record, go figure. I've always been taught to just go straight down wherever you're at, but sometimes it works for me, sometimes it just doesn't. 6 minutes and 45 seconds of Journey Delight, huh? One thing I like about this game, though, was their... the digitization of the music on this game was really good, even though, I mean, it's obviously, you know... I wouldn't even say this is... Well, this would have to be at least an 8-bit game, but for an 8-bit game, you know, For an 8-bit game, I've always been just... I think we're good this time. Alright, we got Ross's bass, so we're on our way. Now, the hit detection on this game is actually really good. I mean, the slightest thing and you're just screwed. Avoid the swinging gates. Huh. Got it. Okay, Steve Perry got his microphone. I'd actually like to see somebody actually take this game and replace Steve Perry's picture with the other various people named Steve that have filled in for him over the years, including Steve Augeri. And that weird little Japanese guy or Taiwanese guy or whatever his name was. There's been several people and they all sound just identical to him, so... Okay, we're going to try to make this a less than 10-minute episode if I can get this one passed. This one's actually pretty simple. All you're doing is just jumping and avoiding these things. Then, of course, you know, once you do get down to your piano, you're going to have to shoot your way up. I do remember, though, as a kid, at Showbiz Pizza in Lubbock, no relation to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, people that would play this, especially teenagers and adults, they'd sing along to the Journey songs, so... Okay, this is what happens. This should have really been at the beginning of it. They're at their intergalactic concert. Security's trying to keep them away. I think that was actually my job. Whoops. Basically, the intergalactic aliens take your instruments, they go back to their planets, we rinse and repeat. It's the exact same thing, only it gets more and more difficult. I'm not going to make y'all sit through that because there is no ending to this game. This is actually a really awesome game. I just wish there had been more levels or more options on how to do this. See, like in this case, the placement of the of these things has changed. Great game for the time. Always worth a play. Highly recommend it. Guys, if you got any suggestions for games you want to see me play in the future, by all means, shoot me something down in the comments below. Rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe on this video. And as always, thanks for watching.